Hello students, now today in this session we will solve numericals based on motion and force. Student, first question is, if a 1 meter long pendulum has a time period of 2 seconds, so length of first pendulum L1 is given 1 meter, okay, and the time period of first pendulum is 2 second, 2 second, okay, and what should be the length of a pendulum of time period 4 seconds? It means if time period of second pendulum is 4 seconds, then what will be length of second simple pendulum, okay. Now students, we have relation between time period and length of simple pendulum, and relation is T equals 2 pi root L by G, okay, where T is time period, 2 pi, L is length of pendulum, and G is acceleration due to gravity. Now using this relation we have a relation between length of two pendulum with time period, and relation is T1 upon T2 equals root L1 upon L2, okay, and using this relation we can solve the value of L2. Now put the value of T1 and T2, so we have 2 second upon 4 second, the value of T2 equals root L1. Value of L1 is 1 meter, and find the value of L2, okay. Now on squaring both sides, okay, on squaring both sides we have what? Square of 2 4, okay, upon square of 4 16 equals under root, sorry, square of root 1 upon L2, so we have 1 meter upon L2. Now after solving we have 4 L2 equals 16 into 1 meter, and L2 equals 16 by 4 equals 4 meter. So we have length of second simple pendulum 4 meter, okay. So using this relation T1 upon T2 equals root L1 upon L2, we can solve the value of L2, okay. Now second question. Next, second question is, a circle has, okay, a circle has a radius of 10 meter. A particle from A moves, okay, moves, a particle moves from A, okay, a particle moves from A to B, okay, A to B along path ACD, okay. Now what is its distance traveled, okay, and what is its displacement. And we have a diagram. This is point A, initial position, and this is point B, final position, along route ACB, and this is center of circle. Here AO and OB is radius. AO and OB are radius, so we can write the value of R is 10 meter. Now, question is, a circle has a radius of 10 meter. Now, a particle moves from A to B along path ACB. Okay. Now, what is its distance traveled? Okay. Now, students, in a circle, during one complete cycle, total distance traveled by body will be 2 pi r, circumference of the circle. So, in case of ACB, half of circumference, so distance traveled by body, distance traveled will be half of circumference of the circle. So 2 pi r by 2, and we can write pi r, where we can write capital R, okay, for radius. Now, what will be the value of pi? 3.14. We can also write 22/7. So, in this numerical, put the value of pi 3.14 and the value of r 10 meter radius. Okay, OA equal OB equal R equal 10. Now, we have distance traveled 31.4 meter. Okay, from A to B, total distance traveled will be 31.4 meter. Now, displacement. Okay, what will be total displacement? Now, displacement means shortest distance traveled by body from initial position to final position, and body initially at point A, and after some time final position of body is B. So total distance will be, shortest distance between A and B will be AB. Okay, now AB, and we can write AB equals AO plus OB. So AO plus OB, and the value of AO is 10, and also the value of OB is 10. So we can write 10 meter plus 10 meter, and total displacement will be 20 meter. So total distance traveled by body will be from A to B will be 31.4 meter, and total displacement will be OA plus OB, 10 plus 10, 20 meter. Okay. Now, next question. Next question is, a pendulum swings back and forth 20 oscillations. Okay, 20 oscillations. Sorry, we can write 20 times. We have to write 20 times in 34 seconds. Okay, a pendulum swings back and forth 20 times in 34 seconds. What is time period? Okay, what is its time period? Now students, we have formula for time period t equals 2 pi root L by G, but in this numerical the value of L is not given. Length of pendulum is not given. Now we have another formula for to finding time period of simple pendulum, and formula is t equals T for time period, time taken by pendulum, time taken by pendulum in 20 oscillations. Actually we can write time taken by pendulum in n oscillations, okay, n for number of oscillations upon n number of oscillations, and in this numerical we have number of oscillation 20, so we can write time taken by pendulum in 20 oscillations divided by 20 number of oscillations. Okay, now the value of time is given 34 seconds, so we can write 34 seconds divided by 20, and the value of t will be 17 by 10 second, and t equals 1.7 second. So time period of this simple pendulum will be 1.7 second. So in this numerical we can find the value of t using this formula, time taken by pendulum in n oscillation upon number of oscillation n. Okay, and in this numerical number of oscillation is 20, so we can divide by 20, number of oscillation 20. Okay, next question number 4, and question number 4 is find initial velocity. Okay, find initial velocity of a car, okay, which is stopped in 10 seconds. Okay, find initial velocity of a car which is stopped in 10 seconds by applying brakes. Okay, and retardation due to brakes is 2.5 meter per second square. Okay, now students, in this question you have to find the value of initial velocity, and initial velocity is represented by u. If final velocity is represented by v, acceleration is represented by a, and time taken is represented by t, then we have relation between u, a, t and v. First equation of motion, and first equation of motion is v equals u plus at. Okay, this is first equation of motion, and first this expression can be derived with the help of definition of acceleration, and definition of acceleration is a equals v minus u by t, change in velocity by time. Okay, so after cross multiplication we have at equals v minus u and v equals u plus at. So this is known as equation of motion and first equation of motion. Now student, we have the value of, actually we have to find the value of u. Okay, value of u. Now which is stopped in 10 seconds. Okay, it means car is stopped in 10 seconds. If car is stopped, it means final velocity is 0. Okay, so we have final velocity v is 0. Final velocity v is 0 and this is initial velocity. Okay, now in time 10 seconds. Okay, time t equals 10 seconds. Now by applying brakes. Now student, actually if there is change in velocity, okay, it means if on applying force velocity increases, it in this case we have positive acceleration, and if velocity decreases, it means we have negative acceleration, and negative acceleration is also known as retardation. Okay, so 2.5 meter per second is also a acceleration, and this is negative acceleration. So we can write the value of a. Okay, the value of a with negative sign, 2.5 meter per second square. Now use this value into this equation. So we have v equals u plus at, first equation. Now the value of v is 0, the value of u not given. Okay, now the value of a minus 2.5 and the value of t 10 seconds. Okay, so we can write 10. Now 0 equals u minus 2.5 into 10. Now we have 0 equals u minus 25 and we have u equals 25. Okay, meter per second. So initial velocity of car will be 25 meter per second. So in this numerical, first of all use this relation v equals u plus at, and this relation is also known as first equation of motion. Okay, now next question. A body first travels 30 meter in 2 seconds and then travels 40 meter in 5 seconds. Now calculate what is its average speed. Okay, question is, a body first travels 30 meter in 2 seconds and then travels 40 meter in 5 seconds. What is its average velocity? Students, average speed. What is average speed? Average speed means total distance traveled by body divided by total time taken by body. Okay, average speed equals total distance traveled upon total time taken. So total distance travel, first of all body travels 30 meter. Okay, 30 meter, then travels 40 meter. So 30 plus 40 meter total distance divided by total time. 30 meter travels in 2 seconds, so 2 seconds plus 40 meter travels in 5 seconds, so plus 5 seconds. Now we have 70 meter divided by 7 seconds, and we have 10 meter per second total. Average speed. Average speed will be 10 meter per second. So use formula: average speed equals total distance traveled upon total time taken, and total distance traveled is 30 plus 40, and total time taken 2 plus 5, 70 upon 7. So we have 10 meter per second as average speed. Okay. Now next question is: a stone dropped from a tower. Okay, a stone dropped from a tower. Okay, reaches the ground in 5 seconds. Calculate velocity with which it will hit the ground. Okay, and the value of g is given 9.8 meter per second. The value of g is acceleration due to gravity. Now, student, a stone dropped from a tower. It means initial velocity of stone is 0. So we have initial velocity, initial 0, and reaches the ground in 5 seconds. So time taken 5 seconds, and the value of g is given 9.8 meter per second square. Now calculate the velocity with which it will hit the ground. So you have to find final velocity of body. Okay, final velocity v. Now final velocity v. Students, if we had equation of motion v equals u plus at, but in case of free fall body, this equation of motion v equals u plus at becomes v equals u plus gt, because for free falling body we have change in velocity, means rate of change in velocity is a for horizontal motion, but in case of vertical motion we have plus g. So we have to use v equals u plus gt, and you have to find the value of v. Now put the value of u 0, the value of g 9.8, and the value of t 5. So we have v equals 49.0. okay, 49.0 meter per second. So the value of v, final velocity of stone will be 49 meter per second. Okay. Now last question. An express train moves 60 kilometer per hour, how far will it travel in 5 hours? Okay. Student, an express train moves at a speed of 60 km per hour. So we have speed of train 60 km per hour. Okay. How far will it travel? So you have to find distance traveled. Okay. In time 5 hours. So time will be 5 hours. Now we have formula speed equals distance upon time. So the value of speed is 60 km per hour equals distance upon time 5 hours. Okay, and now distance traveled of train will be 60 km per hour into 5 hours, and we have 300 km. Total distance traveled by train, okay, by train will be 300 km. Now in this numerator we have formula speed equals distance upon time, and the value of speed is given 60 km per hour and the value of time t is given. So using this formula we can calculate total distance traveled by train. Okay, thank you.